There are so many car displays in here. And I mean, either way, it didn't work, did it? What a mess. It really is beautiful in here though. The rich have left. Now, Westfield White City here in central London, we're in zone 2, is apparently Europe's biggest shopping centre, or mall for you Americans, Australians. Do you call them malls in Australia? But yes, it's a big one, it's a whopper. I haven't been here in a while and I thought, we need to do some investigating, because with over 400 stores, there's like 80 or 90 places to eat, which is absolutely bonkers. There's a lot to look at, but over the years, things have been a little bit questionable with Westfield. I know it was originally Australian. I think it's been bought by like a French company a few years ago now. Big, French company took over. And there's some changes, some good and some questionable ones. We have some glorious weather. It has got cold, guys. My gosh, but look at that beautiful sun. Yeah, bit of a strange one in the car park. And as we head in, the reason I say that is this is a damn expensive car park, I'll show you. And we're connected very, very well here with the central line. But let's see how busy it is. 1.6 billion, that's how much it was spent to make this. Do you remember back in 2008, just in time for the financial crisis? Not ideal. As I poke through the little hole in the fence, you can see a little bit of London. Even, can you see the Shard? My camera's a bit rubbish for zooming. If you think your local car park is expensive, hold fire. Let's have a look at this. It is the weekend. Got a little bit of a price difference, but yeah, 1 hour, £3. Not too bad. 1 to 2, £6.50. But where it gets crazy is if you're here for more than 2 hours, it's £8.50, or what will be £9.50 on the weekend. I mean, it's nice, but I don't think I'd want to live literally right next to the shopping centre. So when this was built, it was a bit, not controversial, but it was a little bit of a ding-dong, but especially with the West End, because the West End basically felt like central London, kind of where the shops are, felt that this was going to basically take away all of the sales from the shops. And this is why I wanted to come here and show you guys, because I've done, obviously, Soho, Oxford Street, Regent Street, Battersea Power Station, and I've been here in a while, and there's a certain area that I need to show you, which is a bit questionable. But I think something that is gorgeous, the good and the not so good about this is look at this ceiling. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't care what anyone says. But the downside is there is, I would say, zilch air conditioning in here. And the last time I came here, I was like, I'm not coming to Westfield again, because it was like, I think it was nearly 30 degrees outside and it was absolutely roasting in here. I've got my coat on, it's a bit stuffy actually, what you like. But even across there, bubble tea, this is a bit of a hint as to what's happening with retail in these shopping centres. Let me know if this is the same where you are. There's a mix. We have fashion, love Primark, we have West Elm. We don't have, I think this might be the only standalone West Elm, don't quote me. But then we've got a crepe place, Bubble Tea, and John Lewis. It's a mix. And I know what you're all thinking, well, obviously, Hannah, it's a shopping centre, but this is kind of a very good example of what the huge shift is from fashion, from buying certain, fashion items, and actually we're wanting more experiences and spending more money on our homes. And a lot of shops have closed over the last few years because there's only so much fashion people care about at the moment. Look at that Starbucks, absolutely gigantic. And essential rubber ducks, I guess. Oh, it does make a difference when the sun's out, doesn't it? And yeah, you've got a very beautiful shopping centre. It's not too busy for now. Look at this, it's like something out of Monsters Inc. You have a huge Hamleys store. I have done a video on Hamleys. I will link it below. But I was looking into this, and actually Westfield has found that they have way more tourists than ever planned. So yeah, back in 2008, 2009, everything went a bit south. Lots and lots of places closed, like it did across all of Europe and the world, let's be honest. Obviously hit with the last few years. And so many of these shops have changed. Every time I come in here, there are even more. You got Cinnabon, matcha counter here. It's just drink after drink, beverages, food, and then we have another mothership, I should say, Sephora. We do have a specific entrance and exit with tight security. This is, well, it's been in the news quite a few times for bun fights, things kicking off because us UK girlies or guys, we wanted a Sephora, and they've got all the brands, and it's actually a good example that there's only so much we want to do with online shopping. Like when you're buying makeup, like how do you know what color to buy if you're buying a foundation or something? So yes, I have been in there many times. It's my main reason that I come to Westfield in White City. And also to note, there is a second Westfield over in Stratford. I always get asked to show it. It's a bit far from where I live, to be honest. And that opened a few years after this one. And yeah, are these shops needed? I would say we'll find out. Oh, we nearly missed it. This is the first standalone Bath & Body Works store. Let me just show you, for example. I did actually get some of these on my recent holiday, but it's not the cheapest. 3 for £19.50. First fail. One thing I'm going to say, American stores, own stores, don't seem to understand UK shoppers. Do not keep asking me if I need help. I just want to have a look. It's a bit like Lush. Comment below, do you like being approached 25 times and then just watched in the store? I know they're just doing their jobs, bless them. But I used to work at a very well-known store with loud music, which is why I think my hearing's still bad all these years later. And we literally used to get told off if we hadn't said hello to someone within 4 seconds of them entering the store. It was ridiculous. It was so cringe. But I do think American companies need to learn. I know I've shown these before, but I think they're like maximum £100 and you just give them the prescription and then they get posted to you. Like I've said in every video recently that I need to get an eye test. It's on the list, but yeah, you just pick the frames and they're really good value. I was looking at all the new shops over the last few years. Pop Mart, this is getting really big in London, maybe in all of the UK. Get yourself all these little collectibles and whatnot. All the cute knickknacks. It kind of feels like you're on holiday a little bit, I think, when you come here. Look at this Pan Ice place. I do have to say I've noticed a lot of places already say card only. Oh, they are a lot of money though. £8.45 for a bit of water and ice. Goodness. Oh, but wow. It really is beautiful in here though. Got like these pop-ups. I guess they're here all the time, showing like small businesses, local businesses. How nice is that? And then you've got obviously the big brands. You've got Adidas, Timberland, Abercrombie. Still going, isn't it? It actually was extended in 2012, which was madness. I remember when they were doing this, everyone was like, is that really needed? But I think it is, because you've got such a wide breadth of stores here, from your entry price point, value retailers, all the way through to premium, which we will come on to. But yeah, it gets a bit darn hot in here, but gorgeous and cozy on a cold day. And credit where credit's due though. Like Westfield are so quick at, well, because they want their rent, swapping in and out of brands. I mean, RIP Debenhams, that's long gone. That was one of the kind of cornerstones, I would say, department store wise in Westfield, and obviously quite a lot of shopping centres. I think that's now a TK Maxx. I'll try and walk around the whole thing. We might not get to everything. But yeah, look at this food hall or food court. The food here is crazy. A specific cafe for tiramisu, obviously. One needs a tiramisu place. Luxury gelato there, Snowflake. There's quite a few of those in London now. We'll have a scoot very quickly. We obviously are just before lunchtime. Pizza Pilgrims. You've got quite a few chain things actually. Let's go through. This does get a bit bonkers, but it's so nicely done. Look at this. Like all the fixtures, the flooring. It is a very, very nice, it just gets a bit crazy. Food hall, right. Lebanese, Malaysian, oh my gosh, oh, I can smell some nice food. An Indian place, Korean. I did read that a gourmet burger place and craft beer place even is coming. I know a lot of you watching this will be like, Hannah, we have a Westfield. But like even the chairs, look how nice it is in here. Oh, we've got a pho place as well. There's quite a few ramen places I did see on the map. I'll use these guys as an example. So you can get like a full massive meal for 12, 13 quid. And something to note, a lot of people want to go out. They want to spend money. They want to see their friends, their family, or maybe just have an afternoon to themselves. And something that has really, really boosted over the last few years, and I guess post-COVID, is people want to eat out without spending a fortune. Now, I know I've shown you, Harrods food court and things like that, where you can just enjoy like a great portion, not even spend 15 quid really, well, plus a drink, And you don't have to pay service charge. Now, service charge tends to be 15 to 20%. That's obviously what you would pay, like your tip if you're in the US. And it can add up. I know the tips are getting a bit out of hand, some would say, in the US. But it's a really good way to stick to your budget. It's a seafood bar, a bao place. Oh my gosh, I feel like every corner in London is turning into a bao place, which I'm not complaining. I do love a bao bun. Any 2 baos and a side, or you can add a drink. Yeah, so, you know, 13, 14 quid. It's not too bad. Cafe Concerto. I thought it went bust, but I think it got bought out by someone. Oh yeah, it did change to a TK Maxx, all the way down there. But look, ooh, at all of this. A vegan pistachio cake. I think some of these stores still exist, or cafes. They look rather nice, don't they? I think mango is like my favorite fruit flavor. Oh my gosh, I am too short for this map and it's too sunny. I can't see a bloody thing. Right, I'm here and we're going to go down to this section here. You can't see it, but we're going there. I do love a random pop-up. What is that? It's 37 grand, whatever it is. Oh, quite like the blue. I feel like this used to be Aspinall and something else. So it was some kind of fashion. A lot of things have changed. Look at that Elan Cafe. I feel like these guys are pulling their finger out a bit now because I think everyone got a bit fed up with the rubbish service. Oh my gosh, how has this turned into a cake video already? But look at this. Do you see what I mean? I feel like this is like the place to be to like hang out. Oh, look at that. It always looks cartoonish with the black icing. That's fun. But yeah, a really, really nice place. I came here the other day, the one on Regent Street, and I was very pleased with the coffee. And I did say on Instagram, I feel like this is slightly cheaper than Starbucks. I think the sizes of the cups are slightly smaller. Ooh, a banana bread matcha. I'm going to go for a regular latte though. I really hate that they have to put calories on things. I'd rather, can we just ignore that? Ooh, I'm going to have to go in here off camera. A whole store just for Charlotte Tilbury. But as I wait for my coffee, I do have to comment because I'm a bit embarrassed. My skin is really disgusting. I'm so sorry. This is in 4K. Maybe I'll upload it in HD. I did micro needling the other day. My friend's had it a few times. It's meant to just help with your... Anyway, no one cares. Basically, it makes your skin really dry for a few days. So if I'm looking a bit crusty, you would be correct. Lovely jubbly. There are so many car displays in here. There's no queue at Starbucks. We have something over here in this corner. Look at that, very grand. We have the Village. Let me tell you about this. And it's one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video. It's all very bizarre. So when they were obviously designing this and when it launched and was built, I should say, back, like I said, in 2008, obviously a long time ago now, they wanted to be able to have really, really high-end shops mixed with entry price point. This place is darn big. Like I said, it had an extension back in, what was that, 2012. And it definitely hasn't quite panned out as they thought. And I'm sure some of you guys will remember this. So when it launched, it had all these bougie brands, like really, really expensive brands. And it was in this little section. Obviously, anyone's allowed in. They weren't checking your bank account as you walked in. And it became a really kind of bougie area. There was a champagne bar. I'm trying to remember to put up some pictures. If I can find any pictures, I will pop them up now. But yeah, and you used to be able to get tailored suits, all these very, very premium brands. Look at it now. It's like the Marie Celeste. And design-wise, it has a little bit of a different look of feel. Look at these fancy chandeliers, multiple chandeliers. There used to be a House of Fraser down the end. Oh, this makes my legs go funny, guys. I'm going to hold on. Screaming Children are free of charge. You've got some Burberry branding there. Yeah, I guess Burberry, it was there, wasn't it? Now gone. And you got 2 floors of it. We will scoot downstairs because you have got a Tiffany & Co. We'll see what else is still open. But this upper floor, level 1, yeah, the rich have left. And as I've been making these videos, you guys know, like Regent Street, I've shown you it, it's booming, it's absolutely stunning. New Bond Street, a little bit different. I think Old Bond Street, if you haven't watched that video, go and watch it. I think you guys really enjoyed kind of seeing posh shops and things like that. I want to show you a bit more like entry price point, which is why I wanted to do this. And what happened basically is I waffle on as we walk and waffle. That should be the name of my channel, Walk and Waffle. It kind of came about that people who wanted to spend thousands and thousands of pounds on bags and jewellery, well, we'll see. I would love to know what their sales are like down at Tiffany and Louis Vuitton in the corner. They didn't want to really mix or come to a big shopping centre, it seems. And I do want to hear in the comments, because I've never been to Dubai, for example, and I know the Dubai Mall or Mall of America, I don't know, all those big shopping centres. You have posh shops, right? Like really expensive shops. So this just hasn't quite worked. And it's not like they wouldn't have had the service levels. They would have had, you know, top tier staffing and everyone, you know, looking after you and being all fancy. So why did rich people not want to come here and buy this stuff? I'm not sure. Is it because they didn't want to park their car? Is it seen as a little bit naff? Or is there just too many of those stores already in London? And I showed you Cafe Concerto earlier, the little cake place. They have a grand one, so there's definitely like a tier up on everything. You can't say they didn't try. Still have Gucci. There is Prada as well. I've been just trying to dig out an old map. They definitely have, I don't know, hidden the maps. I cannot find much online, but yes, there is a Prada. The stores are not massive. And there is a Louis Vuitton as well. Burberry is just the lower ground floor. So the lower ground has got a little bit going on. As I say, Tiffany, oh, it's a posh jewellery shop on the end. And it says new showroom coming soon for Rolex. Finally found online, these are all the places that were in the village that are no longer around. Are you ready? De Beers, Sandro, Max Mara, the Kooples, Churches, the footwear brand, Sandro, Montblanc, DKNY, Dior, Jaeger, Jigsaw, Kurt Geiger, Versace, Hackett and Whistles. I know some of those don't exist anymore, but all of those have gone. All of those posh big brands have left. Now, some of them are within other stores in the rest of the shopping centre. But yeah, putting all the posh stuff together, it didn't work. Comment below, did you ever shop here? I remember they had a specific, or they have a car park here, and it was like valet only when the shopping centre opened. And I mean, either way, it didn't work, did it? What a mess. I think as soon as House of Fraser went bust, the footfall definitely dropped off here, didn't it? When you compare this Tiffany to the one on, Bond Street, New Bond Street, and such, there's no one in here. Even the concessions in Harrods and Selfridges, you usually have to wait a little bit. I don't know, if you're going to go and buy a fancy bracelet, where would you go? I'm not even really into watches, but I think that Cartier one in the middle, that's my absolute love. I love the mixed metal, so nice. But speaking of time, people, it's time you gave this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Please, please, thank you. And as we leave the village, you do have a lot of really lovely brands down here, COS, Calvin Klein, Gant, Lacoste, Hackett, quite a lot of good men's brands down here. Reiss, I love Reiss. Tommy Hilfiger. Maybe the brands in the village were just a bit too high in price point. I mean, you know, Hackett could be definitely, you know, there rather than in there. Maybe the square footage was too big, or I don't know, maybe I'm speculating. Maybe they charged higher rent to be in the village. Wouldn't be surprised. Again, making that up, speculating. This really is not just about shopping. Well, this is not an advert for Westfield. I just think it's interesting. You obviously have bowling. I think that's been there a while. Putt Shack, bouldering. Obviously, you've got the massive 20-screen cinema. It's more than just kind of grabbing, some makeup and a dress and a shirt. I think people really are coming here as a day out. There's a few empty units, not many at all. I'm actually super surprised. I thought there was going to be quite a lot. But yeah, as places have gone bust or moved on, you obviously don't get the perfect layout, do you? They've tried for sure. There are just so many places to get good snacks. I just saw this. Glazed churros. I always say it wrong, everyone tells me off. But £8.90 or a chilled one. This is when are we paying £11.20? I guess it comes with ice cream, but Jesus. Yeah. I don't know if I want to pay £8.50 for that. Anything slightly Instagrammable, I feel like gets the gram tax, like everything's about an extra 20%, or more than tax, double tax, 40% on top. Oh, the van stall's gone, that's a shame. And I'm really highlighting the food because I was actually doing a bit of research for this video, and the guys at Westfield actually have said that they are investing a significant amount on increasing the food and beverage offering, which is interesting, and that's a future plan from today's video. So yeah, it's definitely going to become an even bigger place for people, well, to come and enjoy, whether they're getting food on them like with their friends or yeah, solo. I think this is quite a good moochie place. Obviously it hasn't quite got to the full Saturday crowds yet. Yeah, I think they just need more savoury. There's so many sweet things here. This is kind of the kids area. I'm trying not to film too much, but if you're a parent, is this not such a pain that this is in the middle? Your kids will be like, I want this, and we'll just like stick their hand in and probably then you've got to buy it. But yeah, interesting, they've got vegetarian, halal called out. I don't know what £2.79 is per 100 grams, probably quite a lot. But yeah, that's such a really, really nice pick and mix. Dangerous, but nice. Yeah, they need a few more savoury places, I think, spotted around. Oh, they're cute. Do you know what? It's a lot nicer here than I thought it was. I don't understand how WH Smith still exists. I think they probably run on all the fact that they charge so much at the airports. Guess what? A waffle place. Gosh, you're going to get your shopping and diabetes for sure coming here. Most of the time, any press that you kind of honestly read about shopping in London, Westfield, the West End, it's usually negative. And of course, I probably have called this, you know, Europe's biggest shopping centres closing down or something. But the reason I'm doing that is actually to prove a point that 9 times out of 10 when I'm making these videos, these places are actually really great. And I think a lot of people will be like, oh, it's terrible. Now, give it a couple of hours. This will be actual hell on earth, in my opinion, because it will be crazy busy. Oh my gosh, this store is amazing. Oh, I read about this, I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, it's super, super nice in it. It's literally just the aircon. I'm struggling. Also, I've just looked and I've already done 4,000 steps walking, so get some comfy trainers. I saw this on a report the other day. This is new. Look at this. It looks like Kim Kardashian's house. I think it's a Polish company, isn't it? Another thing I read up was how they're investing more into experiences. Look at this. Thrill coaster. Oh my God, I think I'd be a bit embarrassed because you're just like sat in a, oh my gosh, that's so funny. There we go, a single ride, £9. That's so funny. Literally the nicest guy I was just chatting to, because I was like, do many people go on this? And he was like, yeah, he said people will be screaming. He was saying like someone screamed so loud the other day that security came. He did offer me a free ride on it, but I was a bit like on my own in the middle of a shopping centre. But yeah, go and check it out. He said it's really popular. What if I just walk past Greggs? Do you know what? Friendly service makes such a difference. What a kind guy. But yes, we have a gigantic Greggs. What have we got here? Chipotle. I do really like Chipotle. The massive Sports Direct. There is that little one there on the left. That is going to be a whopper, isn't it? We've got Dykeman and then the TK Maxx. All right, there's a few empty units. We have seen a few now, haven't we? But it's not too bad. There have been quite a few, as we know. Banks. Why do they all close? Some people need to go to a bank. It's really bad, isn't it? I haven't filmed many of the stores, but not just banks. A lot of them have closed literally in the last 8 weeks. It would be great to see towards Christmas, I guess, into 2025. Oh my God, can you believe it's almost 2025? That's absolutely bonkers. Yeah, what percentage of this retail space, I should say, how many units are food and beverage and how many of them are fashion? I could probably work it out, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see because it's definitely shifting. Subject lost, typical, that is what my vlogs should be called. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that walk around. I didn't really want to make like an actual shopping video. Hopefully this didn't mislead anyone too much. I'm actually going to go and do a little bit of shopping now. Sometimes I don't know whether to do shopping videos. It gets a bit boring, doesn't it, watching people just buy stuff. I don't know, I find that anyway. But Westfield, I would score you a solid 8.5 out of 10. This has been fun. It's a little bit warm, it's a bit overwhelming. Car park's expensive, but that's my choice for driving in. Yeah, they've got it. They've got the brands, they've got everything. And it's been really nice to go around. Let me know in the comments what you want to see over the next few weeks. I will try and do something a little bit Halloween-y. I feel like it's just not happening in the UK. I think that might be my video last week. But yeah, Halloween, full vibes. It's not really happening. Maybe it will be in a few weeks' time, but it definitely makes, I'm trying to compare this when I was a kid. What was the shopping centre? What's the one in High Wycombe called? The Chimes, the Oracle, is that Reading? Oh God, I can't remember. But yeah, it is a bit bougie here. Okay, I'm gonna stop waffling, get out, head out and explore. Remember, get a few quid off your purchase with Head Out using my link below. That is enough waffle and wandering for a week. Even I'm bored of hearing my voice. So anyway, guys, remember, give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. New videos every Friday at 6 p.m. UK time, and we will ramp up, I promise. I'll try to, oh my gosh. I will try in November into December for the seasonal festive period, do a bit more exploring, and hope that it doesn't rain. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week. Bye.